All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So before we jump into the recap here, I did want to say that, if I sound funny, look funny, act funny, it's because I ate something yesterday on Christmas. It did not sit well with me. I threw up, I think, like five or six times yesterday, like throughout the night and once this morning. But yeah, so I do apologize for that. I know, I'm not coming out here, coming on this video with like a ton of energy or anything like that. But look, the Jets win. Okay, final score 26-21. And I know that leading up to the game, there was obviously a lot of mixed feelings. Should the Jets win? Should the Jets try to lose, like lose on purpose because of the draft? And as we all know, there's really those bottom four teams, the Detroit Lions, the Houston Texans, Jags, and Jets. So this game obviously had major draft implications. And look, I will say this. The Texans actually upset the Chargers today. Not many people saw that coming. Maybe a couple of you guys did, but I definitely did not. Davis Mills had himself a day, and the Texans overall improved to 4-11 on the season. Okay, same record as the New York Jets. If the season were to end today, Jacksonville would own that first overall pick, and second would be the Detroit Lions at 2-12-1, and then at 3, it's Houston 4-11. But because they have I guess an easier strength of schedule, that's why they're slated into that fourth or that third pick, and then of course the Jets are sitting there at spot number 4. And look, as much as it sucks to not get that number 1 overall pick, as much as it sucks to not have that, quote unquote generational guy at the top of the draft, you literally have your choice between every single college player out there. It's really crazy to think about the potential. A top 5 pick is not bad at all. Potentially a top 3 pick. Okay, I mean, we can seriously still get up there. It's not like the Jets ruined their draft or anything like that. It's not like they fell to pick 18, pick 19, pick 20. No, not in the least. We're sitting in a really, really good position. As we all know, we do own that Seattle Seahawks pick. Okay, so that game, I think, is starting in maybe like 5 or 10 minutes here. That's going to be insane. We definitely need a Bears win. But, I mean, look, Kayvon Thibodeau, Oregon. Aiden Hutchinson, Michigan, Kyle Hamilton, Notre Dame, Neal, Alabama, Ekem, NC State, Derek Stingley, LSU. There's going to be plenty of guys. You can make an argument, guys that are supposedly going to be going a little later as we stand right now, the Tyler Linderbaums of the world, the Sauce Gardners of the world, Devin Lloyd. I mean, these guys would all come in and be a day 1 starter immediately. All of those guys would help this team in a massive, massive way. So I don't want there to be this huge, dark cloud over today's win, because at the end of the day, I really like how the Jets battled today. I mean, Zach Wilson, I think, looked solid. Now, was he elite? Was he on the same level as Aaron Rodgers the other night? Yesterday against the Browns? No, but he didn't turn the ball over. He made the plays when he needed to make them. You look at his numbers. He was 14 of 22, so pretty efficient, 102 passing yards with a touchdown. He also had 91 rushing yards, okay? So when Zach Wilson's number was called, he stepped up and he made those plays. Now, again, super depleted team. It's a very difficult thing to ask about not only just a rookie quarterback with no head coach for that game, but to say, oh yeah, no Corey Davis, no Elijah Moore, no Mekhi Becton, no AVT, no Morgan Moses gets hurt in that game. I mean, we were banged up. And look, we all saw the amount of players that are not only just injured, but that have the virus as well. So the announcer actually, I think it was Jay Feely, said it best today. It was almost like a preseason game. Like tons of 4th stringers, tons of 5th stringers, practice squad players on both sides. And I feel like overall, Zach Wilson can look at this performance and build upon it moving forward. We have a huge game next week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That would be insane. If Wilson can put together or really show something positive in next week's game, I mean, that would be absolutely incredible. You also take a look at a couple of the other players on this Jets team, like Michael Carter. I believe he had himself a day. Braxton Berrios, he stepped up at both wide receiver and kick return. Okay, I mean, he had some electric plays. I mean, that catch across the middle where Zach Wilson hit him, just a perfect throw. Berrios came down with it, knew he was going to get popped. I mean, that's the type of football that I want to see from this team. Hard-nosed guys that aren't going to shy away. Let me drop a pass because I don't want to get hit over the middle. None of that stuff. Braxton Berrios, to me, showed that he can play at this league. And look, I mean, he's had a really solid year overall. Nothing too crazy, but he's definitely been a bright spot. Another guy that I was really impressed with was Jason Pinnock at safety. Okay, he was a corner at Pitt. He was drafted to this Jets team to play cornerback. But, given the circumstances, he has to go back there and play safety, and he looked really good. To me, it wasn't just, he makes one play, and it just so happened to be there. he was having himself a game. Okay, so from a young player's perspective, from a culture standpoint, bottom line is this: the Jets won a game today with more than 20 players out because of the virus. No head coach, and a laundry list of injured players. So I think that says a lot about the resiliency of this team, the grit of the young players. And that's if the Jets would have went out there and just laid down today, lost 35-3 or something like that, although the draft stuff is awesome to kind of think about the future and whatnot, it definitely would leave a sour taste, a bad taste in your mouth moving forward. Like, man, what are we even doing here? But I felt like overall the Jets struggled to get after Trevor Lawrence. We couldn't really establish a pass rush at all, but of course we could point back to the overall depth on the team, the amount of players missing. So there was a bunch of anomalies in today's game. It was a weird game. At one point, I almost felt like the Jets were like almost trying to tank with the amount of attempts that they they kept going for it on fourth down, passing up the field goals, and they kept on missing. And that it was a little concerning. Like, especially going into halftime, we're getting the ball. It's a questionable decision there, but at the end of the day, the Jets won the game, improving to 4-11 on the season. Again, as far as the draft is concerned, the sky isn't falling or anything like that. Of course, it's always awesome to have those high draft picks, but this is the beauty about rooting for a team with a lot of vacancies, tons of holes all over the roster. It's almost like going to your favorite restaurant. Although I can hardly even think about food right now, eating. It's like going to your spot and there's 20 things on the menu and you're going to be satisfied no matter what you get. Again, we can go safety, we can go corner, center, interior offensive line, wide receiver, tackle, even pass rush. If Kayvon falls, maybe we get that third pick, maybe we get that second pick. I'm gonna have to look at the numbers and of course wait to see how this week pans out as far as what's going on with that Chicago-Seattle game. But the Jets walk away victorious. So I'll leave it there. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. I apologize if it's a shorter recap, or I couldn't really dive into the amount of details that I normally would want to. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts, and as always, go Jets.